Sweet. Hey, Courtney, just, a pair of convincing wins today. I'd have to think you'd be pretty pleased with just the day that your team had.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the day overall. I think it was a better day than yesterday. I think the final score of the first game doesn't tell the whole story, so I do think that it was a great win. I feel like kind of put an exclamation point at the end of game one, but that game felt a lot different than the final score, and I'm just really glad and really pleased with the way our team stayed the course. Um, so I thought Peyton was outstanding. I thought our defense was really great behind her. I thought our offense capitalized early. It's a game of inches, I think you go back in that first inning and um, we were a legal pitch away from just scoring one. And it's game of inches. And so that's the game sometimes. And we ended up capitalizing on it. And that's what we ultimately needed. But I thought we got better as the day went. And I thought we were better than we were yesterday. And so I'm really pleased with that overall.
Yeah, more on just Peyton's start. I think maybe the first three innings she ran into a couple little, I don't know if you call them jams, but just a couple runners on base and she got out of them. And then it was like from there, pretty smooth sailing. What'd you think of the adjustments that she made kind of in game?
Well, I just think she did. Part of it is kind of feeling out early what their plan's going to be and kind of like, playing that a little bit. And I thought she did a really good job of just utilizing the pitches that were working for her. She was really trusting her spin. I think for Peyton, she's been fighting um, illness for a few weeks, so she doesn't have her best stamina and her best endurance. I guess endurance is the same word, but for her to just, trust what she had, trust her defense and just spin the heck out of it. I was really, really proud of her. And so I think for her too, she's starting to feel a little bit better and hopefully we can just make her stronger every day.
Yeah, and then Lily Faye, she said she learned pretty soon after that first game that she was going to get to, get her first career start. What did she do so well out there?
Well, I think she trusted her stuff. I think I don't know how she felt inside, but she looked really composed and just attacked the batters. And I thought she did a really great job just dealing her defense and trusting her stuff. And she's been working really hard for that. And it's just the starting point for her. So I'm really proud of her.
And then KD, she hits that first home run and picks it right back up in the next game with the home run and the triple. Just what do you think of what she did today, and what is this something you saw coming with her, like to get those big extra base hits?
Well, literally, yes. Literally, if you ever ask me that, then yes, because I see it coming in every one of our hitters. I literally do. I think that's what they're going to do every time they step in the box. She was exceptional on both sides. I don't ever want to undervalue what she does for us on defense, and she covered so much ground for us today. And yeah, she was just seeing the ball, like putting really good swings on pitches and just finding ways. I mean, dang, she was just really good. She was really good on both sides today. Just seeing it really well and swinging with really great intent.
Yeah, and then in the Northwestern game, their pitcher I think was maybe one of nine entering the day in the country with a 0 ERA. Just so she's had a really strong start to the season. How important was that for y'all to get an early lead against her to maybe to set a little bit of a tone?
Well, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, so often games are won and lost in the first inning of just how things are started, and that's definitely a tempo thing for us. And like I said earlier, it's a game of inches. I think she got called for an illegal pitch, and we popped up on it, and um, you know. With that illegal pitch, it extended the at bat, and then we got a ground ball, and we ended up scoring two on an errant throw. That's a different game. If it's 1-0 out of the first inning, it's going to feel a lot different than 3-0. And it kind of lets us just settle in a little bit. It lets us stay the course and never start to press or anything like that. That could happen when you're in a tighter game. And so, yeah, I just think that she was throwing really well too. That's what it's like. The score is not indicative of what the game was and how she was throwing because you could see why her numbers were the way they were.
Yeah, that second game, as a coach, how much joy does it bring you whenever the starters can, get it to a point where you can really give a lot of players pinch hit opportunities, and then you see, a player like Kyler clear the bases, get them get those type of moments as well.
Oh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And our they've been making the most of it too. Deli D got in there. Like I was trying to like will it to go out, she just hit it a little too well. I just thought there was some really, really great at bats. I thought Ava had a great at bat. I thought Jamos had a great at bat. And that's a really tough role. I think it's one of the toughest roles in all of sports, is especially when it's cold and for them, they probably haven't hit in 5 hours now. And then they get in, they have to dig in on a great pitcher, and I just think they made the most of it. And it's always fun to get to celebrate any of our players, but those moments are really special, and just having joy for them and their successes and just kind of seeing the big smiles on their faces. That's what it's all about. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then of course I'll end on this. This is, a pretty unique weekend where it almost feels like once y'all get to conference play, it's like 2 3 game series against two teams in the same weekend, and you have a chance tomorrow to go for a pair of sweeps against teams. Just what do you hope that the team does, between now and then to kind of to stay locked into where they can maybe, cap off the weekend with
Yeah, I think
another
that's the
with
unique schedule of what this weekend was, is when you have two teams come in and you're going to play them each 3 times. It's, you know, 3 game series. We're going to probably end up not playing the next SEMO game. We do not have great temps today, or for tomorrow, sorry. And so we have to make an adjustment to the schedule a little bit. But yeah, we get to have another shot at a really great Northwestern team, and that's what, is kind of getting us prepped for SEC season, is just continuing to make those adjustments. What's going to keep our foot on the gas, and they are a really great team, like really great team. I think they're one of the most prepared offenses and everything. Their pitchers have been throwing some really great pitches at us. And so I know we're going to get a really great version of them tomorrow, and we have to be strong and finish out the weekend.